I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. ETN up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there in stopping it for a loss.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Nice job there defensively, able to diagnose the good touch process, so conversion before he can get much everywhere.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
19,
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Etienne bringing in another one. Touchdown! Travis Etienne with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Open man right side is Ingram.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 15-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Not going to play them to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw.
They'll get that underneath to Etienne. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Amon-Ra St. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
19, right here. Cut 19.
They're going to look to throw. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 23. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
In motion left is Beckham. Straight ahead, Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
What is this?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll look to throw. That's complete Etienne out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this
Touchdown, Jaguars! Odell Beckham, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Jaguars 21, Texans 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And then he's stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. That's caught down the field by Palmer. And he goes out of bounds. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, they'll throw.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw.
They'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with career touchdown number 60.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Room here to run.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And this one too low.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Etienne once more.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 32 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
They'll look to throw here.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
On the counter, ETN.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Here's a give to ETN. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quick.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Palmer. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance, not with him.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've done it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 3. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Come on.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it second down.
Complete to number 82. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Here we
Backed
go.
up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the Big Apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's, dangerous corners. You better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap Sugar Ray.